Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth and I am a youth services librarian at the New Lenox Public Library. And today we are going to be creating rainbow windsocks. So we have lots of fun ribbon and you can hang these outside on a windy day and they'll just blow in the wind. They're really pretty, really fun to make, and if you didn't get a supply bag, you definitely could find supplies at home that you can use to make one of these. So I hope that you have so much fun making this rainbow windsock. And if you would like to share what you come up with us on our Facebook page or on Instagram, just tag us at NLPL Kids, and we would love to see what you make. I hope you have fun making it.
So we are going to be creating these rainbow windsocks, and the great thing about this is if you picked up a supply bag at the library, it has everything that you need to make these. However, you can easily use things that you find at home to make these as well. So if you didn't get a supply bag, you can still make this craft. So we're going to start out with our little paper rolls here. So this, if you didn't get a supply bag, you could definitely use an old toilet paper roll or an old paper towel roll if you want to just cut it in half or something like that. I got these specifically on Amazon, because they're a little bit thicker than your average toilet paper roll. So I think they'll be a little bit more durable. But if you didn't get a supply bag, you definitely can just use toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll or something like that. You just would want to make sure to put 2 holes on the top and then 8 holes on the bottom, because that's where our ribbon is going to go through. So in your supply bag you will have received excuse me, you will have received some paint, and it is acrylic paint. I put in light blue and this bright blue. So you will have gotten one of those blues. If you have acrylic paint at home that you would prefer to use, you are more than welcome. I do recommend acrylic paint for this project. And you're just going to use a big paintbrush and go ahead and just paint your first layer on. And as you can see, I'm just putting my fingers inside so that I don't get super messy, but of course you're painting, so there is going to be some mess. So I'm just going to switch sides here and just do a nice layer. You don't want to do it too thick. You just want it to be nice and even. I just recommend just trying to put your fingers inside if you need to turn it or anything like that. Okay, I think we have the first layer on there. It looks nice and even. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and let this dry. And while you're letting this first layer dry, you want to make sure to wash your paintbrush, because your paintbrush will get kind of gooey and it'll be harder to paint if you don't wash it. So go ahead and wash your paintbrushes while you let this dry. And I would wait let's check back in about a half an hour and see if it's ready for the second coat. So I'll see you in about a half an hour. Okay, so it's been a little over half an hour, and this is nice and dry. So this color blue actually did a really nice covering of this tube without a second coat. So I think I'm actually going to just go ahead and do the inside instead of doing a second coat on this blue. I know with the lighter blue I needed to do 2 coats because the coverage wasn't totally even after one. So if you have the lighter blue, or if you have a lighter color at home that you're going to use, I would probably do 2 coats. But if you have the darker blue or a darker color at home that you're using, you can probably get away with just 1 coat. So this is optional. You don't have to paint the inside of the tube, but I just kind of wanted to. I did the inside of this tube as well, because when it's floating in the wind, you're probably going to be able to see inside the tube there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the inside. So I have my nice clean brush and just taking that paint, and you're just doing the same. You know, you're just going to stick your paintbrush in as far as you can. And this is a little bit easier to hold because you just hold the outside, and then you might need to clean up a little bit on the edges. I actually need a little bit more paint. Okay, looks good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and let that dry for about a half an hour or so, and then I will come back and show you how to complete this. So basically we're just going to need to do the stickers, and we're going to need to do the ribbons. So when this is dry, I'll come back and show you how to do that. Okay, so now our tube is nice and dry, so we're going to go ahead and do the ribbon portion. So I'm going to start with the rainbow ribbon, and it's easier if you kind of fold it in half like that, and I'm just going to put it through and do it to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to put these together so they're even, and then pull them through and make the loop as big as I want for hanging this. So I don't want it to be super long. So I think that should be pretty good. This one I made kind of short, so it's going to be a little bit harder to hang it on a branch or something. But this one's a little bit bigger to make it a little bit easier. So then you can just knot this. If you need a grown-up to help you, I'm sure a grown-up would be happy to help. So I'm going to I actually might do a double knot just to be extra safe. And you want to pull it as tight as you can. Oops. And then when you pull through, you've got your loop so you can hang. So then I'm going to do these strands on the bottom here. So what you can do is make sure your ends are together, and then you are going to have this folded in half, and you might need to fold it again so you can get it through the circle. And you put that loop through just a little bit. Pull the ribbon through, and then you're just going to pull it a little bit tight. And there you go. You have your first ribbon on there. So I'll show you that again. So you're going to take your ribbon, line up the bottom so that it's in half, and then you're going to take your folded part, and again, you can fold it into a triangle or a little shape if you need to, and put this part through a hole until you have a little circle, and then you're going to pull your ribbons through that circle and then pull it to tighten it. Okay, and I'm just going to continue on with that until I'm done. Okay, so I'm on my last ribbon, and I just wanted to let you know that if you're doing this at home and you don't have the kit, you can use whatever ribbon you want to use. Just make sure that it's going to be small enough that it can get through a hole like this. And if you're using a toilet paper roll or a paper towel, you might have to be a little bit more gentle when you're making your knots. That's why I like these kind of thicker ones that I got on Amazon, because you don't have to be as gentle. Okay, so I'm just tightening these up as I go along, and you can always tighten them up a little bit more as you need to. They might come a little bit loose as they blow in the wind and such. So I think they're all good. They look pretty. They're nice, pretty Windsock. And then you should have received in your packet some extra stickers. So you can use these stickers to decorate. And if you have stickers at home that you really like, you of course can just use the stickers at home. You also, if you have other paint colors that you would like to use, you could paint different designs on your tube. However you would like to do it is how you should do it. I really like these star stickers, so I'm just going to put a whole bunch of star stickers all over this tube. I'm just making sure that they're all on nice and secure. And I think I'm done. I really like how this one turned out with the dark blue. And again, you can definitely use anything you have at home to make these Windsocks. You can put them out on a windy day, and I would recommend that if it is going to rain that you bring them in, but otherwise they should be really nice and pretty hanging outside, or even hanging inside right in front of a window, so when you open your window the wind can blow them. So there's the dark blue one, and there's the light blue one, and I hope you had so much fun making your Windsock. Again, I would love to see what you created, so please feel free to share pictures with us on Facebook, or you can tag pictures with our Instagram information. It's at NLPLKids, and I would so love to see what you create. I hope you had fun. I'll see you next time.